Somebody wins. It's all good. I'm gonna go ahead and balance the teams, and we'll get the next game started.
I might step away to vomit during game. My bad. Michael, are you drinking already?
Jason Snyder currently follows the channel. Oh, I forgot to remind everybody, you do have to follow the channel if you want to win. Otherwise, I just pass you up. Jason, I'm going to go ahead and send that to you via the Twitch messaging system. Let me get that.
Lock in your roles before you get you. Hey guys, it doesn't have to be random. You can play. You can pick whatever. Oh boy, are they really doing this?
They can if they want. Look, it's their call. We didn't say it was going to be an all random, all normal. If they want a random, they can random. If not, that's fine.
Yeah, they do whatever they want. Hey guys, somebody already won. You can stop spamming numbers. Like seriously, guys.
Renzo thanks his sidekick.
Well-oiled machine. Thanks for the follow. Much appreciated.
Oh wow. Well, they want random. They're gonna get it. I know Sifu's randoming on the mortal side. Let's see what comes up. He randoms into a calm. Oh wow, that is one
Beer
squishy
please.
team.
Thanks for the follow.
Wow, that is squishy.
It's squishy, but it's bursty, man. Like that could work.
Oh my god, it is so bursty.
So
Mina rides in
here's
on
what I want to see, and we'll see what they do. Technically, Chocobos needs to jungle.
Jungle Goose?
No. Chocobos needs to jungle. They've got good bursts. They've got the supports that could pull it off. It's going to get a little rough late game. Edgewalker, thanks for the follow. You know, the only major problem is a lack of a range carry, but you can actually overcome that if you do it correctly.
So I think their physical carry is going to have to be no, Freya has to engage, so she can't be the physical carry. She's going to have to.
She doesn't have to engage. She doesn't. This is what I'm saying. This is a very poke. This is a poke comp, and the Freya can protect in case of a dive. Like they don't really have any divers on the other side either, if you think about it. In this game where it's a Freya versus Freya, and I've played this matchup. The Freya that wins is the one that hangs out and waits for the other one to ult first.
Right.
Because what you then do is you jump onto them and ult. Because then their ult is wasted other than the fear because they're not getting any attacks off, right? I've done this in like an Arab before, and it really doesn't even matter. You work the other team over doing that. So it can work. They're both very kind of like the right side can catch with Amina, like jumping off and fearing someone. That's not the greatest catch, but it can happen. You can catch with the calm, like in the eggs and a fear, and then follow it up with an ult. You can catch with the Zalgus chains. There's lots of catches that don't require the Freya to do the catching here.
That's true.
And the other side again has the same thing. Like they're going to catch with a calm. They're going to catch with a Tess. They don't have any other catches on their team. So
no, they sure don't.
There are no bruisers in this matchup. This is all damage, and they're going in. Oh, Sifu, follow this action.
Sifu,
come on, camera.
A lot of harassment.
Ciddy's working him. Drain might. No, there's a blink.
Drain and a double gouge onto Dragon, but
that's nothing.
JesusAshylChrist.
The drain's actually on the Freya, like off of Dragon, so that he could get out of there. Michael might want to back out here. Sifu should have gone back and heal at that point. He is really low.
I don't know why people.
There's a drain from Michael onto Ciddy, but Mina will just be fine. You guys got to remember the drain is only 90 damage at level 1, so you're not gonna get some kills off that.
It's an auto attack and a half. It's almost nothing.
Yeah, I mean it's a little bit of a heal if you need it, but it's not gonna do a whole lot. That was all that went down ultimately. Top lane was pretty boring. Big Sink had taken some serious harass. Fish has the better harass. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Fish has the better harass on that side. Freya, why are you?
Oh my god!
I don't understand why Freya was just sitting there attacking. Like, did they not notice? Did they DC? Oh, they DC.
Oh, they DC.
We got a DC.
Oh, Ciddy with the BM here.
Well, he didn't know. I mean, they're sitting there attacking.
I was kidding, man. There was no way he could have known. And then Jason's gonna come back and it's like, why am I at my locus? BMDC kill City. Oh my god, oh my god,
Well,
oh my
yeah.
god. Yep, Dragon, you know.
That was rough.
But yeah, that's the only time you're going to hear anybody say, wait a minute, Amina just soloed a Freya? What?
Yeah, that's not going to happen.
Hello, Reaver 13. How you doing, man?
Yeah, Freya wants to blame stuff. They don't have a problem with... Dude, you DC'd. You'd have been dead anyway.
Yeah, that's true. Even if you hadn't DC'd, you were still dead. Yeah.
Well, no. No. I mean, they'd have been able to get away just fine. I think their complaint is they were really low health because they didn't necessarily get a lot of help, or there wasn't any roam, or whatever. It doesn't matter.
What is Freya's problem here? Yeah, I don't know. Jason Snyder getting kind of low from the test.
Yeah, I mean, that's a really harassy top lane. Both of those people have this kind of decent poke.
But this bottom lane is... Man, this is probably one of the scariest bottom lanes I have seen from the Spirit side. Like, Calm Mina, talk about something I wouldn't ever want to face in game. Holy crap. That's just... You think Ferris Mina's annoying. Ferris Calm has got to be right up there in the levels of... no.
Yeah, well... Yeah, I mean, anything that has a lot of burst is a pain to lane against because they don't necessarily have to land consecutive auto attacks like you do with an Issa to do a bunch of damage. They can just throw out an ability rotation and walk away.
Well, and it's not even just the damage; it's just the control that comes out of the Calm Mina as well. It's just absolutely ridiculous. You got the root, you got 2 fears coming out of that as well. So level
once
6
once he has
out.
the level, yeah, once he has the level to have the dash and then throw the eggs out. So yeah, you gotta at least have level 2. Most people actually start, I think, Tentacles level 1. So usually you're looking at like a level 3 at least, sometimes 4.
Which is right about now. So
Renzo thanks his sidekick.
yeah, Calm's another one of those shapers. He doesn't do much level 1 because he needs combinations of
Yeah,
his skills.
he needs his
So
combos. Queen Kilopatra, thanks for the follow.
Michael getting really low, just getting smacked in the butt with tentacles. Of course, he'd probably tell you that's what he does every night anyway, but that's beside the point.
At least in his dreams.
Yeah, in his dreams at least.
So he's doing a decent job of getting some CS down in the bot. So he's sitting on 18, and not a lot against that Calm. Obviously, the Calm's sitting up at 29. But what are you gonna do when it's Calm Mina?
Yeah, you're not gonna do a whole lot. You just basically your objective in that lane against Calm Mina is just stay alive because you're not gonna be able to outfarm.
And the
them,
Mina
really.
with that first blood went back and got a pride. So
Oh my
the amount of
God.
damage is high, and the amount of armor is high, right? Like that's.
And not to mention that pride actually still works while he's injured.
Oh, they're going in for the dive. There's the fear.
They're gonna
They
miss
get the
the
ult.
fear,
Nope.
doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Too far! Too far!
That finale was truly Michael's finale. They're trying to kind of turn it on the top lane. They are really low. If they can push this wave in,
Yeah.
that'd be great. I don't think they want to push it in for the kill. I think they're trying
No,
to
I sure
deny,
don't- I
though.
don't think- Yeah, that makes sense.
I mean, it's
Snyder, they're
working
making-
for them. They're doing a good job of controlling this lane. They've got 2 levels up on the Zeri and 1 up on the Zalgas. So,
Zalgas, yeah.
you know.
So Zeri making a classic mistake
Oh,
against
Zeri's
the
getting worked.
Ashabel is that she ran directly away from the slipstream. That only makes the slipstream do more
Yeah,
damage.
more damage. You
Because it
gotta
does
you gotta
more
dodge
damage the farther
to
it
the
goes.
sides, to the left, to the right, to the left, to the right.
Or just walk.
Oh,
into the
that's a
damage.
dead
Big Sink is
Zalgas.
gonna get hit.
What?
But nope. But the silence is gonna come in. He'll get
Now
the
they
auto
get
attack
it.
down, and he gets away clean.
You gotta keep auto attacking until they're dead. You don't walk away.
Yeah.
I think they were thinking maybe
and-
there's that vengeance. Vengeance
Oh my
doing
God.
work. I think
And
they were
that's a
thinking
double
maybe
kill for the Mina.
on the Freya maybe the bleed would take it out, but you can't rely on that. They
No,
can pop
you
a
sure
potion
can't.
and you're toast, you know? Does
come
Mina
on.
have naturally high magic resist? Not really. Everybody starts at 33, roughly. And
Everybody starts at 33. Actually,
and only a few people actually scale with it. She does not. So she
Melee
is sitting,
scales.
yeah, she is sitting at 33, and she's got nothing. She's got health per 5, power, and warden. So,
So it's the warden that's keeping her alive. And,
Yeah, she's basically getting free health every time it pops up. So Sifu gonna try to get some CS in this top lane now. I guess decided he didn't want to hang out in the bot lane with Michael. Not
well,
sure
somebody
why.
needed to cover the top lane since there was nobody in it too. So
Well,
otherwise they would have
yeah.
given up, a bunch of experience to the binding. Uh-oh,
Oh,
Zeri caught
Jason
out big
Snyder
time
not
there
getting out of
and
that
all
one.
the burst. Wow.
That was a great eggs by Com there, throwing it behind them so that they couldn't walk away. If they did, they were going to take multiple sources of damage.
Yep. Oh, and oh wow, good use of the Wrath there after getting down to about a quarter health. Like,
That's how you want to use it.
You want to see.
Yeah. You don't want to
Not like
initiate
how
with the
that
fear.
team,
You want to finish with it. What's up, Tyler and all? Hey, man, I did get your email. I will probably reply to you tomorrow. This week is crazy busy, but you should expect to hear from me. But yeah, you absolutely want to see. I say this every time we see a Freya. Usually we're seeing lots of Wrath, which is her ultimate, used the wrong way. It's nice to finally see somebody use it the first time the right way. Chunking them down with your abilities and then hitting the Wrath to finish them off. That's fabulous.
And the other thing, though, is that you don't want to dump all your rage before you Wrath, too, because Wrath will double the...
Double the bonus you get for your rage.
Fury from the Mounting Fury, yep. Oh, Big Sink eating a lot of burst from the Tess and the Ashabel, but Woe and Machine going to eat a little bit from the Zeri and the Mina. Looks like we got a tri-lane up top right now.
I think the bigger issue, Infamous Mishaps, was that they weren't necessarily leveled up to the point where Sifu was going to be doing a lot of damage with his eggs. He wasn't leveling them first. He's actually leveling the tentacles first. You see that a lot. Michael just getting melted. He's not getting out of that one.
The duress, along with the fear, just said,
and the
you know
vengeance
what,
proc.
dead.
Yeah, that damage over time. There was an early Wrath again. I think they were hoping, they were trying to slow him down so that Tess could get there in time, but the fear doesn't last that long.
No, it should have. 0.75 seconds, right?
Yeah.
Let me look.
Now here we go. There's a finish on Sifu. And yeah, the fear is actually 1.5 seconds.
1.5, okay. No, the 0.75 is Mina's. That's what I was thinking. Sorry.
An ultimate fear is going to be longer than any kind of an ability fear. This is the thing with Tess. Tess, once she gets mounted, you're not catching up. I don't know that Freya wants to go into that.
No, she
They're
sure
all pretty
doesn't.
low, and there's a 5-man stack from the spirit side here, so they definitely don't want to go anywhere near that.
No, absolutely not.
Michael warding, walking up, trying to drop Talon in a bush as well.
Almost walked
but,
into 2 there.
Yeah, unfortunately, PessimisticFish walked into 3.
Final flight goes off. Chunk City hard. Gonna make him back off at least.
Thing is, City's still got that armor. Oh, that ult. The camera missed it, but did not finish. Dragain really low.
Dragain.
Sifu can get that. Oh, he was almost. He's taking tons of damage.
Silence from Zeri.
Yeah, Zeri's gonna wreck him.
Oh, and look at that damage out from the Zeri. Oh,
yeah, no damage off the finale
vortex just to make sure
because of the
nothing happens
prismatic
because
vortex.
of it.
The Freya's gonna get bursted down here as well potentially. Yeah.
Yeah, sure did. The
Dragain
goes and the eggs.
They're not looking at it. It seems like they're not looking at items because Dragain has a duress. This isn't damage, no, but it's haste. So he's able to fire his abilities off more often. He's also going to root you in place. So if you are trying to chase him, he can stop you. You gotta keep up on what's going on with items.
Oh, good dodge from Dragon to get out of the Tess skill shot.
Tess going with a balance first.
That makes sense.
I mean, there's a lot of magic damage, obviously. There's 4 sources of it, but you got to still be able to burst people down. And
kind of like that, right?
Yeah, the balance doesn't do you any good if you're not actually attacking anybody. That's what's important to remember. In that situation, it's almost better to just have a will and some damage.
Yeah, Ashabel gets hit by the chains, and that's going to be the end of her. And Sifu, you cray-cray, man. Walking right into 3 of them.
I'm not even going to respond to this person. The Freya, there's a difference between being constructive comments and blaming your team for things that aren't their fault. And you kind of got that backwards. They're just going to clean up here. And this is what you have to do with an all-magic team. It doesn't have a ranged carry. It doesn't have a tank. You have to take advantage. You have to blow people up. And you have to snowball the game. Because if you let the carries actually catch up, they can just sit and poke you from range. They can move in and out. They can do tons more damage over time. But the burst is...
And the other thing is important is you have to win early with the magic comp like this, because there's no way you're going to be able to scale into the late game at all.
Well, you can be okay, but the problem is you don't have, as you've noticed, you don't have any objective focus. They don't even have this binding down to half because they don't have any auto attacks. Like you have to get the Freya up in there to auto attack, and she's been busy roaming and stuff. She doesn't really even have any damage items. Oh, that was a nice tentacle. Heavy iron coming across, but they didn't follow it up. That was probably their best chance to actually turn a kill. Unfortunately, just a little too slow.
Prismatic Vortex just to get a little bit health back. Purely defensive, wasn't used for the power drain aspect of it at all. That's usually how you want to use the Zeri ult. You have somebody just dive into the middle of the fight, they take a little bit of damage, pop the Prismatic Vortex on them, drain all the enemy's power, and give your carry a lot more power. But well-oiled machine caught way out here.
Yeah, that double fear
chases on the
work.
big sink. He's got a blink, and that should get him to safety.
Yeah, that was a great blink. Everybody knows him by now. I'm probably not a huge fan of Blink, but there are times when people make good plays with it, and that was one of them.
Modrica, where is Google Fiber when you need it? Yeah, I know. No kidding, right?
Sorry, man. Yeah. I mean, we try not to. We don't stream in 1080p, even though we could. We stream at 720. But yeah, until we get enough people in here for Twitch to decide to encode it. Oh, that damage dump on Michael. Still not enough, though, to finish him off.
Yeah, the key to the heart going to finish it.
That's an important thing to notice. There still wasn't enough damage there to finish him off, because Dragane's going race cars King of Masks. So if Michael can finish off some of his stuff here, he's only got a hunger and a control. I think, if he can get up to like that second level life drain item, he might have been able to stand his ground and auto attack and live through that. But not quite.
Then again, I'm not really a fan of control first on Ashbo. Oh man,
you mean
popped
Nisa?
The wrap just to get away. Yeah, is that Nisa? Yeah, that's
He's
Nisa.
playing Nisa. I'm not a fan of control on Nisa at all, so I know people like it. I'm just not. I think she's already got her speed up stuff and her slowdown stuff, and I don't necessarily think she needs more, but that's okay.
Okay, seriously, how many Duresses are there going to be on the Spirit side here? There's one,
all
two,
of them? Let's
three.
See.
Ciddy said he's buying one, and there's two already.
Okay, there's already two.
Oh, Sifu just deleted, but oh no,
luckily,
the tailwind coming out.
Yeah, luckily, Zalgus missed his laser, so he's not going to get a reset.
Nope.
Michael came in from the not safe way when you're this behind. They're up by 17 kills. You have to take the safe path through the jungle.
Yeah.
That wasn't it.
Surrender will be available in a few more.
There was the fear.
No
I don't know if they can finish it off. Can the tentacles pop them? Yeah, there it goes.
Yep.
The key there was the Mina actually landed Sever Ties, which allowed the tentacles to do enough damage.
Yep.
To actually finish that off.
Because that percentage increase damage does damage in percentages.
Yeah, race cars build, Infamous Mishaps, a race car build is something that focuses on items that are primarily built around haste.
It means they move faster, their abilities come up faster, but they don't necessarily do any more damage.
Like Duress is a 45 haste item, and it just has a passive. This other stuff is all movement. It basically allows you to fire your abilities over and over and over again. And you're relying on the ability to do that more often as your means of doing more damage instead of bursting somebody down. Let's see if this goes through. Honestly, yeah, there it goes. They kind of let that run away with them. They needed to understand, I think, that when you're against a mage comp, you have to play a lot safer in the beginning of the game.
Yes.
And you basically just play utterly passive. You give up your outer bindings to them. And you just focus on making your money and getting your items. Because once you have your items, you outscale them. You're going to do a hell of a lot better in the long run.
Yep.
So.
I also want to. We talked about you don't have any objective control either. Yeah, it's true that mages and assassins, well, except for Freya because she's coded as a carry, but for the most part, mages and assassins get to ignore binding armor, but that's mainly because they don't have any attack speed.
Yeah.
You still want an auto attacker to take.
And
down
yeah, they
binding,
didn't.
'cause
Yeah,
the
they
attack
didn't
speed
even
makes a big
try
difference.
necessarily to focus on the binding. So, whatever. So when is a good time to go to a race into a race car build? Never.
Yeah, never.
I
Really.
mean, it's a race car build is a for fun build. You do it because you just want to screw around. So if you're trying to actually win, no, probably not something that you want to do. I'm going to go ahead and do another give.